What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. Today, we are on the wiki for Tales of the Rays, and if you don't have this bookmark and you play the game, this is definitely something you want to have because it's really nice when you don't know what certain things do. Like, guys, you can see right here, all the weapons are translated to what they actually are, so it's definitely very useful. So, I would definitely have this bookmark if you are a Tales of the Rays player. Anyways, moving on. What I wanted to make this video for, which obviously whatever I end up titling this will make it pretty obvious, but I wanted to talk about the whole thing about Ix and Kocis becoming their own separate characters, because those who have watched the PV or my previous videos know that Kocis is going to be an unlockable character this month for the story chapter. We don't know the context of how he kind of becomes his own character, and, well, he's his own character. How he becomes his own fighter, and in the context of the story. Which we'll obviously have to wait and see when the chapter comes out in probably about 10 days. But the big question that's kind of circulating through the community is, what is going to happen to all of his gear? So if we scroll down here, obviously everything here, all the 4 stars, they're all Ix's stuff. Kocis never got any 3-star, 4-star equipment, so that's not an issue. The only issue we have here is we've got his 1 5-star, and then we've got his Overray, and we've got his Arc 2 Mirage Art. So what's going to happen with these? And I've been talking with people about it, kind of like what is the most likely possibility. So we're going to go over the possibilities right here. So the first possibility, and I'd say the most likely one, is that these are going to stay on Ix, and Kocis is just going to get a whole new set, which is weird because obviously, you know, these are for Kocis, so having Ix use Mirage Arts for Kocis when Kocis can't even use them is kind of like eh. But if Bandai wants to take the easy and lazy route, I could totally see them doing that, and then the new banner will just have, you know, what is it, like 4 3-stars for him, like 3 or 4, well, no, 3 3-stars, 2 4-stars, a 5-star, and a new Mirage Art. So that could be like his entire set of gear for now until he comes back with a seasonal. The second option of what could happen is just his 5-star, his Overray, and his Mirage Art could be switched over to Kocis. So after the update on the 22nd or whenever the story chapter drops, we may get like a notice in-game when you boot it up, like, hey, these certain pieces of equipment will no longer work on Ix. So the Ix you currently have, he might not be able to use these pieces of equipment, which would be weird because in the second arc of the story, you play as Kocis, so you can't use Kocis's stuff there, so that'll be kind of weird, but I can see them maybe doing that. Just make it so these 3 pieces of equipment can only be put on the brand new Kocis, which begs the question, would you just immediately get him unlocked if you had his Overray or his regular Mirage Art? Would it just be something that's like, you boot up the game, you have one, because I only have this one. Out of all these Mirage Arts for Ix/Kocis, I have this one, I have his original Arc 1 for Ix, I have the Arc 2 Mirage Art for Kocis, I got the summer one when I was doing the step up during the anniversary, and obviously I have this one as well, the what do you call it, the Mirage Gear. No, Mirage Gear is 5-star, Spirit Gear, that's what it's called. Obviously Spirit Gear is not a Mirage Art, it has a Mirage Art equipped to it, but it's a whole separate thing, so I technically have 3 Mirage Arts total here. I was never able to pull the Overray for Kocis, so if it goes the whole second route, then obviously what would happen is I'd boot up the game, it would tell me, hey, this, and because I also have his 5-star, so it would tell me that his 5-star and this have to be removed from him. They no longer activate the Mirage Art for it, blah, blah, blah. So then I'd have to put it on Kocis, and then it'll say Kocis is unlocked. Now, obviously, the big issue with this for a lot of players is, what if you're a player that only has these 2? Like, maybe you started playing at the beginning of the second arc, right? You know, because around that time is kind of when Global shut down. Maybe you only have these 2. That means your Ix is now useless. If you don't have this or this, your Ix can no longer really be used, which sucks. Obviously, you'll obviously have the free Mirage Art, but, you know, how useful is that really going to be? So there could be some backlash from that, and obviously Ix would have to get his own overray at some point. I still think the first option is the most likely, where, you know, the Mirror Jarts just stay on Ix and Kocis just gets his own brand new things. But there's a third option I could see happening. Now, what I could see happening next is all the Ix and Kocis Mirror Jarts can kind of coexist with each other. So basically what I mean by that is, so like for example, since I said I only have these three right here, that would mean I would keep these two on Ix, and then well actually no. What I would take this off of Ix and give it to Kocis, and then I would just I would make this the main one because I have this at like level 80, I believe, 70 or 80, and then I would make this the backup Mirror Jar for Ix. And then if I managed to pull Kocis' new Mirror Jar, I would make this the main one and his new one as the side one, or vice versa. So I'd have two Mirror Jarts on both of them. I could see, obviously, you're not going to be able to use the Spirit Gear on Kocis because that wouldn't make sense, but I could see them maybe making it so you can use these four. Just any equipment, maybe you can just, they can coexist with each other. But the only issue with that is that you could just get duplicates of these 5-stars if you already have them maxed out and then give them to each other, which would essentially make whatever Kocis' gear is going to be coming forward kind of useless, because it's like, if you already have this max level stuff, why would you need it? And like, every time you're using Kocis or Ix, you can just switch the entire set of equipment depending on who you have to use. So I don't know if they're going to make it like that. I still think it's probably going to be, and I've said it multiple times already, where all this is probably just going to belong to Ix, and Kocis, being technically a brand new character, is whatever he gets on this new banner is probably what he's going to be stuck with until we get future banners and stuff. But let me know what you guys think down below. Which of the three options do you think is most likely? What I hope for the most is that they just do it where all pieces of gear for Ix can be used on Kocis. That's my hope. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. This was just a quick little discussion video on what we're going to be seeing. Obviously, we have 2 days until the Tales of Destiny 2 event starts, and then another week after that will probably be when we get the new story chapter. And sometime between those two things, we'll probably learn what the next event is going to be at the end of the month. But let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.